There are few more divisive topics with gun enthusiasts than custom Glocks. Some people loathe them, others love them. There are also those Glock shooters who want to enhance their pistols in a tasteful manner. Custom Glock builds have become massive in recent years. Either way, they certainly get your attention. Top 7. Taran Tactical Innovations John Wick Combat Master Package. If you want to live your own John Wick fantasy, you used to have to send TTI a Glock and wait up to 24 weeks before you can strut round with the actual handgun John Wick used in Chapter 2. You could also do a similar job with a Glock 17 Gen 3. Taran Tactical Innovation might not be the biggest name, but they do a lot for the movies, and you'd be surprised how many heroes and villains have carried Taran Tactical Innovations hardware. It is John Wick that has made Taran Tactical Innovations famous in the wider world. John is a brutal hero, and this is a brutal-looking gun. It's actually a full-size Glock G34 Gen 3 under the skin. With the baseplate magazine extensions, this looks like a beast, and the color coding really helps set off the new slide. It isn't quite as chopped up as the main players here, but it's a seriously functional Glock. There's no RMR cut, but you do get fiber optic sights. The trigger guard has a single undercut, and it's a fairly basic mod job that just happens to look nigh on perfect. Top 6. Wilson Combat Glock 19. Wilson Combat made its name with seriously expensive 1911s and rifles. Now it has joined the Glock party. Pricing isn't as clear as it is with the more established Glock players, because Wilson Combat tends to do bespoke work. Based on the guns for sale on its website though, we think a Gen 5 Glock 19 with all the trimmings, including the Starburst grip laser framework, match-grade barrel, modded slide, and armor tough coating will set you back around $1,700. There's no denying that the gun looked stunningly better than the bland, black pistol that shipped out for the full treatment. Top 5. Polymer 80 PFC 9 Compact 9mm. The whole point of the Polymer 80 PFC frame was that you buy a cheap Glock frame for a DIY build. Now, increasingly strict regulations led Polymer 80 to become a gun manufacturer in its own right, and the PCF9 is the result. This is a Glock approximation that costs more than a Glock 19, but then that isn't really fair. It's like a modified Glock 19, straight from the factory, for slightly more than a stock Glock. Look at it that way, and it's a better deal. Most DIY Glock builds don't turn out looking this good too, it has to be said. This is a full serialized gun, which is based on the 100% serialized Polymer 80 PCF frame that is an absolute smash hit with DIY Glock builders. Of course, that is mainly because this Glock frame costs just north of $100, and you don't need to throw away half a perfectly functional Glock to get started on your DIY pistol build. Use factory parts or something better. The complete Polymer 80 PCF 9mm probably won't be the biggest seller, but it's a nice gun. Top 4. Shadow Systems Minnar 920 Combat. If you're looking for a cost-effective approach to the ultimate Glock 19, then a Shadow Systems Minnar 920 might just be the simplest way to go, rather than building a 9mm pistol yourself. Again, this is a ground-up rebuild and a new gun based on the Shadow Systems frame, but it fits the profile of the Glock 19 and is clearly a modified Glock in spirit. The frame comes with aggressive stippling by Glock standards, a flared magwell, and a new center of balance to reduce muzzle flip. These are all good things. An extended beaver tail kills slide bite, interchangeable backstraps give a custom handgun feel. The slide is ready for a Trigicon R&R, which is a big deal if you want to go competitive shooting, and the 416R steel barrel is suppressor ready. The Minnar 920 also has more material added to the slide stop curtain. This is to help prevent any accidental engagement of the slide stop. Also, this gives the frame added aesthetics. One of the biggest pros of a Glock-based platform is the aftermarket that's already there. The Minnar 920 fits Glock 19 holsters. Most of your favorite go-fast Glock parts will likely already fit in or on this gun. Top 3. Zev Technologies OZ9. The Glock Champion of the World is a ground-up new build with a steel receiver. You got it, the Zev Technologies OZ9 is a metal-bodied Glock Plus. A steel-bodied Glock sounds like a pretty freaking sweet start for a handgun. Extended rails mean you get double the surface area for a contact patch. This gun also comes with self-cleaning and lubricating channels that help keep this gun shooting butter smooth all day long. Vibrations and lateral movement have been reduced, and the gun shoots flat and true every time. A magazine extension is fairly easy to come by too. There's a lot of tech innovation and a lot to love about this gun, especially the steeper grip angle and reprofiled grip that helps you get high up on the gun. Now it's questionable whether you can even call this custom Glock work anymore, but it does work with Glock mags and accessories, and the Zev Technologies OZ9 really is the ultimate metal Glock. Top 2. Wilson Combat Vickers Elite Package. You really have to know and care to spot the differences between a common or Garden G19X G45 and this $1,500 pistol. Wilson Combat and Vickers Tactical always produce good pistols, but the bang per buck seems to be getting a little on the thin side here. Vickers Tactical took care of the frame modifications to create a new plastic pistol with similar goals to many others, that being a 1911 grip angle and signature stippling for Glock, an improved mag release and match gray barrel. Wilson Combat thumb pads and a couple of other custom parts help create what the company says is the ultimate defensive Glock. Larry Vickers has forgotten more about shooting than I will ever know, and he thinks these small tweaks are more than worth the money. So, if you want that Larry Vickers magic, get your elite package today. Top 1. Shadow Systems War Poet. The War Poet pistol is a 9mm handgun created by Shadow Systems for the Warrior Poet Society. It is based on the MATA 920 from Shadow Systems, which is built like a Glock 19. You can think of this as a Glock on steroids, or as some like to call it, a Gucci Glock. An extended beaver tail kills slide bite, interchangeable backstraps give a custom handgun feel. The slide is ready for an R&R, which is a big deal if you want to go competitive shooting, and the 416R steel threaded barrel is suppressor ready. Designed as a concealed carry that could also star as a tactical or range pistol, the War Poet comes with a 15+1 payload of 9mm ammunition. It's also a lightweight combat pistol that would be a valid addition to just about any gun safe in the land. You can order yours with a Holosun 507 attached too. The new MATA 920 is taking over, but the full War Poet is still the one you want. The differentiating features of the War Poet line are in the slide machining. John Lovell selected aggressively angled serrations in front, rear, and topside, paired with a weight balancing window cut. All War Poet models come standard with the patented Shadow Systems multi-footprint optic cut, allowing for direct, strong mounting of most brands of red dot sights.